Arborist Blair Glenn suggested that I do some voiceovers. I think that's an awesome idea to fix some of the errors I make. And it's also an awesome idea to subscribe to his channel. He does some really good information on trees and things that are very applicable to arborists.
All right, that's the tree we're going to climb today. Fairly nice white oak, not huge. And this is the gear I'm going to use. Again, I'm climbing mostly towards and away from the ends of the rope. So it's a little different than what normally we do when we're climbing towards the middle. In this case, I have 100-foot length of Marlow Vega. I have 100 feet marked on both ends, so I always know how long my rope is. And then I have, this is power cord, Sterling power cord. I have about 100 feet of this, and I'll use that for retrieval. Sometimes with this type of a system, I'll use a longer rope. And of course, we always want to be able to get down to the ground when we're doing something that would pose a little bit more of a risk. I don't believe that I always have to be in a position to descend straight to the ground on a single path, simply because, for the same reason, you know, when I walk out into the woods, kind of the same way, if you tripped and fell, if you had a heart attack, or if you cut yourself with a chainsaw out here cutting wood and stuff like that, whenever you're doing something that has any risk, then yes, I think at every moment you need to have a straight and unencumbered path to the ground, but not always. And so that's what we'll use with this, climbing on both ends. This is my harness. It's New Tribonics. I keep the shackle on my bridge. It's an adjustable bridge. I usually climb with a quickie, a throw bag. Always got to have a pressic loop, because you never know what the question is, but so many times the answer is going to be a pressic loop. I have a ring. This is just an old prototype for my hitchhiker. My Saka Mini, my first aid kit. It's got some blood stopper, and I should put a tourniquet in there. And then inside I keep my midline attachable cambium savers. I have another little carabiner with a small loop runner on it, a couple of carabiners, and that's my basic kit there. If I think I'm going to be using basically a ring-on-ring friction saver or redirects or something, this is basically what I do. It's midline attachable, and the sizes work the same as a small ring, large ring. It's just not adjustable, but it's multi-use. I can take these off, take this off. I can make 3-to-1s, all kinds of stuff. This is the hitchhiker that I use going up on my harness. This one will be the one that I use for a long lanyard or moving from tree to tree. A 12-foot lanyard. I'm using it currently. It's a Xeon. I just take out the big rope that it comes with, and then in here I have the small version of the MagThrowBag for traverses. So the question always is, why would you use such a short rope? Well, you know, when I'm walking out in the woods, I don't want to carry 100 feet of rope that I'm really not even going to use.
Additionally, if you're working the tree, you might not want that much rope hanging around underneath. Also, you might not want a length long enough that could actually reach the chipper.
And the reason I use this for retrieval, this is light. You can use it for so many other things, for hanging a harness or a hammock or anything else. But it's much easier to use than throw line. I just despise using throw line for a retrieval side of a climbing system, because inevitably I can tangle myself up in a throw line, or the throw line will tangle itself around the tree. It's just not functional. This works so well, and like I said, you can use it for all kinds of other things. So we're gonna toss a line up in that tree and do some climbing. Stand clear throwing. All right, we will double bag that and bring that into the crops that we wanted. Okay, that tie-in point's at about 60 feet because my 100-foot line is about 20 feet from the ground. So what we'll do is we will make this a running alpine butterfly with the ring. So now that is ready to go up. But before it does, we will take our retrieval line and attach that. Okay, so here's the retrieval side, and notice I have the carabiner turned around so that when you are retrieving it, it is less likely to get snagged. In other words, when you're pulling it this way, that gate won't open and capture a stub or something. Anyway, that's ready to go up. So I've already set up the midline attachable rope and cambium saver on this one. That'll be ready to go. I'm going to take this and put it on my harness and take it up with me.
Forgot to mention, but this is a pistol secure that I use for tending, and it has the Fifi hook. I like it because I can adjust it with a single hand. The other small carabiner comes in handy for hanging gloves and little things when I'm working. I like this Fifi, but when it's not in use and I connect it to the belt, I have to make sure that I have the hook facing so it doesn't connect to other things. It also kind of serves as suspenders for my harness when not in use.
All right, so
What's cool about the Hitchhiker is in this situation, I just decided not to use the cambium saver and not to go over on a moving rope. And I didn't have to change anything out. I just sent the rope over as a stationary rope and I'll climb over using that. No changeover, no hassles, just go up the rope.
now, just for fun, we're going to take this one completely off and relocate that anchor. Come on, little magnet. Go get him. Go get him. Come on. You're getting close. There you go. So that wasn't very smart because I let the ring float. And that floating ring is not going to come over here, so it's okay. That just wasn't very smart. I should have captured the ring down at this end. Dress set, verified. And this is going to be our retrieval side. So now that will go over there and also be retrievable. And then what we'll do with this one, this side here.
So simple. Just taking the tail, connecting it to my hitchhiker, and I'll add a cambium saver, and off I go with a moving rope.
All right, we're going to clean up this mistake and put it back on a ring that's a little easier to retrieve. And it looks like a nice healthy branch. We can go to the ground on this. Around there. Back to the ring. Before I forget. Tied, dress set, verified. Retrieval line. All right, we are done with that side. I'll go ahead and load that. That's good, good, good to go. And this guy. Uh-oh, you didn't see that, did you? Oh crap, should have left a carabiner on there. But I should have put a knot on there.
Just to keep the orientation on this video, what I did is just climb back over there. Didn't use any traversing techniques or anything, and just scurried back over through the tree and recovered my cambium saver. So I should have taken a little more care in retrieving that cambium saver.
In fact, let's go down through here, because this would be a cleaner descent right here. You know, that's another thing about this power line, is when you do have to yard it around, it's so much better to haul around than another whole section of climbing line. All right, this will make it a lot easier to go through this cross. We could just drop down through there, but all right, that just made it a little bit easier to go through that branch union.
This is a dead branch, and rather than just pruning it out in a natural environment, I just wanted to give it a good shake so that whatever's going to fall off of it will do it now rather than when I'm standing underneath it. Notice after some considerable moving around in this tree, I really didn't have any redirects to pull to speak of. And on my next video, I'm going to present some information about redirects that I think most or many of you have not considered. Thanks for watching.